Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions, which like when that announcement first came out, I thought it was gonna be kind of trash. I was like, do I really want to see the Lions on Hard Knocks? Do I really need to see this? Like, and it's always kind of annoying to me when the Hard Knocks is like on a really bad team. Like, I want to see Hard Knocks when it's like a like mid range team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be the Chiefs or the Bills or like some like it doesn't have to be the star ones, but I would like to see teams that can a little more star power, a little more personalities and everything. I usually want to go for that, but I'm like, you know what? I'll give the Lions one a try because I'm gonna watch Hard Knocks. Like, it's not like I'm not gonna watch the freaking episode, dude. Like, I still love football. I still love the Hard Knocks. I'm watching it. So here, I watched the episode. Here are my takeaways. Here, I want to give you some things that I loved, absolutely loved about this episode. First of all, the whole episode is actually great. Like, I really just enjoyed the whole thing. Hard Knocks always does really good, putting together a well-made show and giving us enough sneak peeks into the behind the scenes, and showing the stuff that we usually don't see. And like, I already just love that about Hard Knocks anyway. But I will say this, like, this episode actually kicked ass. This episode kicked ass because, and it also made me love Dan Campbell so much more. I kind of already loved him just from all the press conferences I've seen and just his personality and just like, I love this guy. I already love this guy. I already love him. But this episode 1 was actually great. And it kind of starts with the opening speech. Dan Campbell does an opening speech to really start the episode. Team meeting with everybody, opening speech. This is just like a small quote from the whole thing. And I thought it was the best quote because it's just so Dan Campbell. So here's the quote right here. We'll play anywhere. We'll play in the grass. We'll play in the turf. We'll go to a fucking landfill. Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I'll beat your ass. Dude, that's my fucking guy, dude. Dude, okay. I know it's so fucking meathead. It's like the most meathead thing you could ever say, but that's Dan Campbell though. Dan Campbell's such a meathead, but he's a lovable meathead though. He's a lovable meathead. Like, that's why we love him, dude. Cuz he's so passionate about football and he's so just like saying all these like corny little things, like the whole like biting your kneecaps off, and I don't know, dude. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I love it, dude. For some reason, I don't even really like the whole meathead thing, but for some reason Dan Campbell makes it likable somehow, dude. And even this part where he's just like, if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes, like, I'll beat your ass, dude. Like, like, we'll play anywhere, man. We'll play in the landfill. Like, dude, okay. Like, it's so good, dude. It's actually so good. Like, I just love these little quotes and the little like passionate meathead rants he has. It's so good. It's so good. Here's another part that I loved from it. So linebackers coach Kelvin Shepard, he has like big long dreads, right? That's kind of a thing in the NFL that I've heard other players talk about before, about the whole dreads thing, because dreads is a very big part of black culture, right? And when it comes to like the NFL, like, I've heard players talk about this in the past about how they want you to be more presentable and they want you to be more like TV friendly, or like the NFL has a very weird thing about, like, they don't want somebody to be like bringing in like wearing big giant gold chains and having dreads and having big gold teeth and like having that whole like gangster kind of look, because the NFL is so, they just want to please everybody, and they know they have a big white audience also. Like, they're trying to also please that part of that. And I think it's like, I've always hated that too. I'm like, dude, just let the players be themselves, bro. Also, like, the NFL is majority black. It's literally like 75%, if not more, black players and coaches in the league. Like, dude, it's The majority of the people in your league are black. Let them dress and look whatever way they want, dude. Like, why does it matter? Why do they have to? Oh, well, you need to cut your hair. Yeah, like I don't like your you need a more like clean like more TV friendly haircut or whatever. Like, to get out of here, bro. Like, I've always hated that because I've always heard that from players, like coaches coming up to them and saying like, "Hey man, you need to cut your hair, bro," or like whenever they have dreads, and like I don't like that, bro. I've always not liked that. But anyway, so Kelvin Shepard, linebackers coach for the Lions, he talked about how, when he got the job, when Dan Campbell told him that, he's like, "Hey, I want you to be a coach for my team," right? And Kelvin Shepard talked about he actually kind of thought about cutting his dreads off. He was like, "You know what? Maybe I should, man," because like he was just kind of scared about, like, you know what, like I have to look presentable, I have to look a certain way, like I need to fit into the NFL mold and of like what a coach should look like and whatever. And he talked about that a little bit, and he said Dan Campbell specifically told him, here's the quote actually from Dan Campbell. Where is it? Right here. "Absolutely not. I'm hiring Kelvin Shepard, not who you think is supposed to fill that position. I'm hiring you." And I love that, dude. Like that it just showed, like, it's a small part of the episode, but it just shows you what kind of human Dan Campbell is. Like, I love this guy, dude. Like literally this episode made me love him so much because of reasons like that. Because a lot of other white head coaches or NFL executives or GMs, the ones that are really in power, they probably would tell him to cut his hair. They probably would be like, "Oh yeah, you need to look a little more presentable," or whatever. Like, "Oh, we don't want you looking a certain way." And Dan Campbell's like, "No, no, dude. I'm hiring you, and like, if I'm hiring you, I want you to be yourself. I want you to look however you want, dude. You're gonna come in here because I want you as a coach. That's all I want from you, dude." And it's like, I love that, dude. I love that from him. I think it's actually so great that, and like a lot of the times through this episode, a lot of the players and coaches talk about that with Dan Campbell, saying like Dan Campbell really just lets everybody be themselves. Like, he's not the guy that's like, "Oh, stop fooling around," or, "Oh, turn the music off," and, "Oh, you guys are playing around too much," and whatever. Like, he's not like that. Like, he'll be tough when he needs to be, but he lets the guys be themselves and he lets them have fun. He actually lets people have fun and lets people show their personalities, and I love that because the NFL always wants to like tear someone's personality down if it's too big and boisterous. And it's like, dude, we need personalities like this. We need people to be themselves. I've never liked that the NFL wants everyone to be like a robot and like don't show your personality. You need to answer questions specifically like this, and you need to sound formal when you talk, and like, no, dude, like, screw all that. I hate all that stuff. Screw it, dude. Like, Dan Campbell's representing a coach that I fucking want in the NFL because he's actually empowering players and empowering coaches to be who they want to be and look what they want to be and make a name for themselves. And like, he's really standing up for these people because he cares. Like, Dan Campbell actually cares about these people. He cares about them so much. And you can tell just from this episode, he cares so much about them. Here's another part that I wanted to show out too. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have already heard this part. There's like clips about it and stuff. But Dan Campbell was like doing up downs, which is like a certain exercise where, drop in the ground and then get back up, drop in the ground. You're doing up downs if you don't know what that is. He was doing it with the team in practice, and he was saying, "Gotta pay your dues, gotta pay your dues," and he was working out with the team. He was doing everything with them, and I was like, he did like 30, 40 up downs with them, which is like so hard, especially as like an older dude, like as a coach. Like, for the players, they're in their athletic prime, but Dan Campbell, not in his prime, but very athletic though, still super athletic, and he's out there working, getting that same work in with the team. And that also shows a great example, dude. He's leading by example. Like, they talked about in this episode, they're saying like, well, don't you think that like Dan Campbell should be like walking around and like checking to see if everybody's doing their exercises correctly and like, or like seeing if people are slacking off? It's like, nah, because Dan Campbell, like he trusts his players, he trusts them that they're gonna put the work in. Oh, I got air coming up. Oh God, I just don't want to burp into the mic. Jeez. So, I had to hold it in. Jesus Christ, dude! Every time when I'm recording, I end up burping. God damn it. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about Dan Campbell doing the up downs, right? So he was, and like instead of walking around and being like normal head coach and being like, hey, you need to put more effort, like or whatever. Like he's like, nah, I trust my players. They're gonna do their work because I trust them, and I'm gonna do the work with them, and I'm gonna lead by example. And I love that, dude. Like I love that. That's actually so like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's not afraid to get down and dirty, and he's not afraid to like. He's basically one of the players. Like he's pretty much showing he's like I'm in this with you, and I know that NFL players really respect that, dude. They respect when a coach can do it alongside with them, and a coach is gonna be like, hey, I'm not gonna ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. That's like players love that, dude. They love the commitment, and they love like, oh, this guy cares about us. This guy is all in. This guy's all in with us. Like he's not like pussyfooting around. Like I love it, dude. He talked about so right after he did those up downs, he walked over to the coaches and he was talking about he was like, oh man, I fell in my house the other day and I messed up my wrist and I think I sprained my wrist, man, but I still got those up downs in though, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do them, but I still got them in. Like, dude, like just such a meathead, dude. Such a meathead, but I love it. But I love it though. Like he's literally like falling to the ground, putting all the impact on his wrist that he just injured the like couple days before, and he's still out there. He's like, man, I was taking Tylenol and Advil all morning, and like, dude, this like I love him, bro. This guy's insane, dude. So okay, here's another part. Here's the last part that I want to get to because this is like a very important part to me of the episode. It's actually like part of the best part of the episode. So they showed all these scenes of them doing a full contact live padded practice. And like, usually a lot of times in the NFL now, they don't like they're trying to stray away from doing that in practice because you're risking injury. And it's also like it's just really hard on the players' bodies to go practice after practice, full contact, full pads, like hitting as hard as you can, like like going all out. You're risking injury, and in the players nowadays, they're not really used to that because they're used to being more protected in practice. So, but Dan Campbell said, "Nah, we're doing full pads, we're doing live practice, we're going all out. Let's go." And they show all these clips that are like really awesome. I love all the clips from that. But right after that happened, Dan Campbell huddles everybody up on the field, and he has like a really emotional speech to talk to them about. And like he was crying a little bit during it, and he was really pouring his heart out to the guys. And I loved it. I loved it, dude. It was so cool to see him be so vulnerable and be so real and raw with the players. Like how do you not respect that? How do you not respect someone being so real, so vulnerable with you? That like you can't ask much more from a head coach. You really can't, dude. Like he's being so genuine with them, dude. So here's a quote from that speech that I wanted to read out to you. I'll try to do it in the Dan Campbell voice too. I'll try to see if I can do it. Okay. So here we go. I've had a no, okay, here we go. I got it. I had a couple of you look at me like, what the fuck? We're going live? I swear to God I'm not a lunatic. I swear. If I where is it? If I knew we could get to where we need to be without putting pads on, I swear I would do it. I swear. Okay, it's a bad Dan Campbell. It's a bad Dan Campbell impression. My bad, my bad. Bad impression. I did it better earlier. I swear I did it better earlier. I did a little Dan Campbell. It's hard to get his voice, though. It's hard to get his voice right. Okay, let me just read it to you because you probably didn't even hear that. Let me just actually read it to you. I had a couple of you look at me like, what the fuck? Why are we going live? I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. If I knew that we could get to where we need to be without ever putting pads on, I swear to you, I would do it. That's the quote, right? And it's like he's dude. That's what I love. He's being real. He's being because most coaches, most of these head coaches, they have all this power and they're trying to take command of the players and they're trying to, oh, I'm the hard, firm coach, right? So most of the time, those coaches, they're just saying like, hey, you need to do this. Don't ask questions. Don't ask why. Just do it. Do whatever I say. And I feel like that doesn't get across the players, dude. Like it's only gonna make the players kind of resent you, like I feel like it's not positive environment for them because you're not being real with them and you're not like giving them a reason why they're doing something. You're just saying like, well, you need to do it because I'm the head coach and I have the power. I have all the power. Whatever I say goes, right? And that's like most head coaches. That's like most of these loud, strong head coaches. Dan Campbell, he doesn't take that approach. He says like, he's like, dude, if like he's pouring his heart out, being like, if we never had to put pads on and I didn't have to risk injury in practice, then I would never do it. I would never do it. But he's saying like, I swear to you guys have to trust me. I swear this is what we need to do to be ready to play football because I'm getting your body ready. He even said, he was like, studies show that, having more physical contact in practice, not doing it all the time, not doing it every practice, but mixing it in there and having those times for full contact, it's actually going to strengthen your body and learn to take hits a little bit better during the season. It's only preparing you. Like he's telling you like, I'm literally doing this for you. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm trying to prepare you because if we never go full contact and then we go out there and go all full contact through the whole season, there's going to be more injuries. Like there's probably going to be more injuries because your body's not ready to take hits and your body's not ready for that punishment. We need to get you ready for the punishment. And like, I love how raw and real he's being. It's great. Here's a little clip that I took from the episode. It's right after he says that quote that I gave you. And he gets emotional and he's really pouring his heart out. And I think it's a really important scene to show you all if you're interested. And here's the video. I'm going to show it to you.
I'm not getting you prepared, not only physically for injury, but also for us as a team to get better. Defensively, what is the essence of what we do, man? What are the two things? Pursuit and tackle. Pursuit and tackle. Man, if you don't work on tackling, if we don't work on run after catch, making a move, man, what are we doing, man? Then we finally get to week 8 and we come to life because we got enough reps. But I'm telling you, honestly, I'm doing this because it actually does help you with injury. If we do it the right way, and we're not going to do it every day. But I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man. That's all I fucking think about is you guys and how I set you up for the best fucking possible. The best possible advantage I can give you to have a season. I swear to you, man. I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please. Let's be better tomorrow.
Now, see, like, dude, how do you not watch that speech? You're going to tell me you don't love Dan Campbell? You're going to watch that and tell me you don't love this guy? Dude, like, he's won me over, bro. He's won me over. Like, that's my guy. That's my guy right now, dude. Dan Campbell, you're the man. You're the freaking man for that, dude. I love the emotion. I love the vulnerability. I love that he's being real. And he's being like, I do this for y'all. Like, I'm here for y'all. I think about you guys all the time. I'm always thinking about you. Like, dude, I love that, bro. And then right after that, we had the Jamal Williams. I just want to make sure I'm getting his name right because I didn't write it down on here. This is just like a little thing I'm adding in, but yeah, like the running back Jamal Williams, he also gave a very emotional speech right after that speech from Dan Campbell you just saw. And he's like crying and he's yelling and he's giving it all. He's pouring his heart out too. And it's like, dude, that's also just showing you Dan Campbell has a real effect on these players, bro. And it's just showing you how that kind of coaching and being a real raw human being and pouring your heart out, you're giving everything to the players. They're gonna give it back, and they're gonna play harder for you, and they're gonna really put everything on the line. Like, and then of course Jamali Williams has that speech. That's also a great speech. I mean, that's like one of the most famous clips out there right now for this episode. That's one of the biggest ones out there right now. So a lot of people have already seen it. So I'm not gonna show it on here, but like it's like it. If you haven't seen it, I guarantee you should, like, you're gonna love it if you watched it, because he also poured his heart out and he was very vulnerable with his team, and like I loved it, dude. Like I thought that was great. Like it just shows Dan Kimball has a real effect on these players. He has a real connection with them, and like that makes him a great coach to me. That makes him a great coach.